I've been at Charis now for nearly 7 years. Some friends and I would listen to Driscoll sermons in college, and through that we became aware of the Acts 29 network, and I began to do some research into that network and learn about it, and I looked up just this U.S., United States map that 829 had at the time of where all the churches were located, and I saw that there was one in Columbia. I came into Charis with a lot of pride. I was very full of myself. I was blind to it and didn't realize it, but coming in I had a lot of ideas and thought a lot of leadership and responsibility would be handed to me. But it turns out I'm just some guy, and nobody's going to just give you those things. And so I got plugged in with a community group that Rob Gaskin was leading, and I think my relationship with him, is, at least initially anyways, is what kept me interested in pursuing getting plugged in and being a part of the church. And so over time I made a lot of mistakes and said a lot of dumb things, and in love Rob would rebuke me and call me out and just kind of show me the error of my ways, and that despite having graduated from college and things like that, I don't know maybe as much as I thought I did. And it's kind of been similar since, as I've grown and as I have kind of progressively taken on some leadership in the church. I think those relationships with some of the pastors and some of the other people who were interns with me when I became an intern and things like that, those relationships have kept me connected and a part of what's going on. And it's funny because you can't even begin to name all the people that mean so much to you, like both my brothers, who I love dearly, or of course my wife. But I think in terms of not my immediate family or spouse or something like that, people who've just impacted me at Charis, the first people that come to mind are Derek Zimmerman, the elders, just Kevin, Rob, Eric. All four of those men have just deeply impacted my life and my heart in ways I could never repay. And then just really strong relationships with some of my other brothers, like TJ Worley and Jake Gonzalez and stuff, just along the way. Getting to know them more and more. TJ having come from college with me to Columbia and getting plugged in this church, just watching him and his family grow, and then being close with Jake and discipling him and watching him, fight through adversity, and just all these different friendships that just kind of form through doing life together, mission together, just seeking to build God's kingdom as a church. It's just been awesome to watch them grow and to just think about the blessing and the encouragement that they've been to me and my family. I am, by God's grace, a new creation, but I've just been sanctified and transformed by the bonds of Christ and the strong relationships that again, with God's grace, that I've been able to experience and take part in. And once you covenant, once you are a member of this church and we're a family together, and you begin to learn more about people and their hearts and what they're going through every day, it just becomes so much more than a concept or a building. I think you should stay at Charis because of the loving and invasive community that it provides. You're not allowed to run. You're not allowed to just grab hold of your idols and hide in the corner, or just sit at home with your arms crossed. You're able to open your heart up to other people who also love Jesus and are trying to follow him and are being sanctified by the Holy Spirit every day. And watching Christ's bride just grow and blossom over the years that I've been there. I want everyone I meet to experience that and to be a part of that. And I want everyone to be connected to that kind of family, because it's truly what it is, and it's all the work of God. It's all his grace. It's all comes from him. And so everyone should be a part of this church, because the community is so rich and the calling so true and pure. And I don't know, I love what God is doing in the hearts of his people at Charis.